department reports. We good to go, Megan?
Okay. Okay, hold on. That's red, yeah, it's green. All right, okay. Treasurer's report.
Okay.
Place another Jabra Speak 710 nearby and press its link button to link them together.
Good to go? All right. All right, so if you have any questions, our treasurer is here to answer anything. And I know this will be building completed for our October 20th business meeting. 14.55. Okay. Any questions for Megan? All right, then moving on to our building department, make sure I've got, yeah, building department. Again, Manny couldn't make it. Let's see,
No start work orders, that's good.
right. Trying to think of anything that he advised me of. Oh, well, yeah, I'll give you a quick update. Thanks for search of solar panels. I'll give you a quick update on 69 Deer Hill Road. That one went to court last week. He ended up paying, and Joe's, two of his associates were there. There were 16 charges. He ended up paying $1,300. Agreed to remove the fire truck, the front loader, and reduce the amount of dogs to 5, because that's what you're allowed to have. And I know,
Sheltered 5,
yes.
yeah.
Manny had texted me today and said all that was done, except the gentleman asked Manny, he said he wanted to come back with a fire truck to take down 2 trees, which apparently he's done. Manny will check, but Manny had actually been up on the premises today. So it looks like look, without being up there now, I don't know if the fire truck's completely off, but it was, and then he brought it back to take down some limbs or something. So we will see tomorrow. But so we've gotten somewhere. And
That's
actually,
great. That's excellent.
and then in actuality, we have another court date with him on Wednesday for additional charges.
Just because he was continually cited every day, right? So he's got-
Yes, yes. So hopefully, their situation has been repaired, but we shall say, and, you know, we still have 5 dogs. I mean, he's allowed to have 5 dogs, but hopefully that will subside.
Hopefully he saves the quiet ones.
Yes, exactly. So that's some good news. Okay, I'm trying to think, did Manny tell me anything else in regards to, no. There were some of the violations that he has on here. One was for place on River Ave, at the bottom. I think it's 31 River Ave, not registered to Airbnb. And
Isn't that where
then,
they shot? Isn't that where Best
correct,
Medicine was filmed?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually sent the letter to the homeowner and never, totally ignored it.
Yeah.
So Manny finally issued a violation for that. And then there's other one for some hedges up on Hudson Street. The owner of the building for that has the music shop. Those are the 2 that come to mind.
The Studio by Painters?
Correct.
What is it? The overgrown hedges onto the sidewalk? Or
Yes,
what's the-
yeah. And Manny reached out to them and we didn't hear back from them. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. I walk by there all the time and the hedges were leaning on and then the stuff was growing out from underneath. Normally what we do is we give the opportunity for the homeowner to respond, and if he doesn't, then we end up doing it ourselves, and we levy it on their taxes. All right, moving on to our fire department. Chief, do you have anything of note on here, my
No,
friend?
There's no fire department.
Fire
They did
department,
not
please.
provide it.
Police department, I'm sorry, I'm saying chief, police department. Chief, anything to note?
Just this past weekend, they had the Motivate 5K, so we had with traffic and it was very well attended.
Oh, good.
Great. Traffic summons, all right.
Grant funding.
We're looking into, I'm sorry.
No,
Step on
go
what you're
ahead.
saying.
No.
The, I saw an email and I apologize for not having the details. The decibel meters, were you looking into that?
Yeah, so I sent an email out to majority of the chiefs in Orange County as far as if they had any familiarity, types of decimal meters, if there's training involved, if they have to be calibrated, and none of them responded. So I don't know. In my 38 years, I've never personally dealt. I've been with Florida police departments in almost 40 years, and I've never. I don't have familiarity with anything. That's why I kind of reached out to chiefs.
I was on Hudson Street the other night, Saturday night at 11:30 or 12, and some guy drove up, and then he just was driving down the road, and then he just accelerated, and it just went from, if I lived there, I'd be pissed, which they are. So,
Yeah, good.
yeah. Anyway, sleep back.
Keep
Figure out.
keep trying, chief. Maybe expand the aperture of your, maybe call it state police or county. I don't know, did you reach out to the county?
No, sir.
Okay. Reach out to the county,
Okay.
see what they got, all right?
The
Okay,
grant.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
The grant.
chief, bring up the grant.
yeah. I applied for a grant. This is similar. The U.S. Office of Program Development and Funding. Last 2 years, I've been successful as far as getting grant funding from them. Last year, I got a speed sign and an AED unit, and then the year prior to that, I got 4 AED units for each patrol vehicle. So hopefully, I'll be good things come in threes. I hope so. I'll keep the board, notified if anything comes about. I applied for it about 2 weeks ago.
Chief, in regards to the radar speed sign, if you can, move it over Hudson, not near, off the corner of Cherry. If you're standing in front of the dry cleaner to the right, I know there's a sign over there. If you can move, just soon, it doesn't have to be tomorrow or anything, just
Hudson
move.
by Cherry.
Yes, yeah,
And,
before
is it
that.
East or west?
It would be going east.
East towards the river.
Yeah. Well, no, it's on Hudson. Yes, on Hudson going towards the river. Yes.
Okay.
Intending to slow traffic as they approach Cherry from the west,
Yes.
heading
Okay.
east.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that
Yes.
There we go.
Correct.
Look at that? We solved the
Yeah.
stop sign problem. Is the solar powered LED flashing traffic stop sign, is that a temporary movable thing, or would that be we would choose a stop sign and make it a
They just
flasher?
put one in front of the middle school.
Yeah. So
It
nice.
moves around.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nice one.
Yeah. So
Solar powered.
that I'm not really sure of. I'll have to research it more, but I saw it. They had it as an option from the company where I bought the speed signs in the past. So I know we've had some problem areas, particularly Hudson and River, where people go through going through the stop sign. The only thing I found out, I didn't know about it, Dave Howison made me aware of it, was any stop sign that is affixed adjacent to a state highway has to go through the state. So
Right.
I'll cross that, when it comes, the grant bill comes through and everything.
Yeah, and
But
then,
it's a solar powered LED.
But it's mobile, it's portable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
this is actually what Dave sent me. It's kind of,
That's
it's
different
bright.
than what I've
Let me
seen
see.
before. I feel like
It's,
I've
I
seen
think
Let me
it's,
see.
yeah, I mean, this is a plain one.
Oh,
but
no, yeah, I haven't seen that.
But it gets pretty bright, so I wouldn't want to
something. People stop.
have it in front of I wouldn't stick it in front of Carol's.
Well, you
No,
can't
I won't put it in
anyway.
front of Carol.
There's nothing out there hanging on.
That's true. All right, moving on to what we got public work, water department, right?
Yeah.
Where's our public works? We don't have any, nothing from fire, nothing from public works, right? Okay. So let's move on to the water department.
How's Black Rock doing, Mike? We getting
Aye.
there or
No
what?
bueno, no good.
No?
Yeah,
No. That's one of the notes there. So we started the testing procedure on the modules, on the filter skids. They have a shelf life of 10 years. The ones, each skid in the filter units holds 48 of them. One skid is 12 years old and the other skid is roughly 5 years old.
And they've been sitting not
They've been
used.
sitting, not used. Each module is
Insurance.
$1,000, so you're looking at upwards of $96,000. I'm still waiting to get a quote. We were able to salvage 27 of them, but I'm hesitant to start mixing and matching
that's what.
new with used. I think one of the things that we ran into, which could have exacerbated the problem, was the last few summers when it was online, we ran into algae blooms up in the reservoirs. And when we took these apart, they're typically like a yellowish clear surgical tubing. These were dark black discoloration to them. So I'm waiting, like I said, I reached out to get a price quote on them. Their quoting system is down until the 9th, so I hope to have one this week so you guys can act on something on the 20th.
Is there a better system than that, than Mike?
Well, there is another system that has replaced our system. They don't make our system anymore. Ours, if you recall, was the first one of its kind in New York State. It's a high pressure system, which they don't make anymore because they've had a lot of issues with it. So any new ones today are low pressure systems.
I think we're exhibit A.
We are,
No
we
problems.
are.
So-
So I think it's something that, we expend the money to get these modules replaced. And over the next, our next 5-year capital improvement plan would be to plan
Another
for
system.
get the new system.
Now, do they have the ability to be back flushed?
Yes, they do. They get backwashed probably 3 or 4 times a day,
Wow.
But that's only when it's in use.
When
it's in use.
So that's a
The
problem.
sitting is.
And that's
dead.
part of the problem with that system. You need to use it, and if you're not using it, it's not good. And part of the reason why we take it offline during the summer, and it's a little bit of chemistry and whatnot, the organic matter in the reservoirs, when it comes down, is getting filtered, and it reacts with the chlorine. It creates disinfection byproducts, trihalomethanes, haloacetic acids. Well, that increases during the summertime with the heat and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy to treat. Walk Hill had a tremendous problem from it, and they were in violation for quite a while until they got the engineering in place to remove them. So we tend to back off the use of it during the
Yep, during the summer.
summertime and
Makes
just
sense.
use the wells,
Makes
because we
sense.
have a difficult time of maintaining the chlorine residual at our furthest reaches in the system.
Yeah. Boy, the reservoirs look good.
The,
It was great up there. I was up there today.
Funny thing, this year we didn't have any algae blooms up
It
there.
looks beautiful.
Hudson River did.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
still does.
Yeah.
The membranes that you said, some of them are 5 years old or about 5 years old. I think that's
Mhm.
something we did is that what we purchased right when I joined the board?
Yes.
So it's just 4 years ago, a little.
Yeah, 2021-ish.
Mhm.
The sitting bill is.
And we had BlackRock online a little bit during that period.
Yeah,
right?
but then we
Okay.
ran into the algae bloom issue, trihalomethanes issue, and then we also had the issue with the Speedies permit, which took us a year to renew.
Right, that. Way too big thing.
So, Mike, the 27 good, are they all, is everything in one pod or more than?
Those 27 came from one pod, yes.
So
But in order to work that
what's the
pod,
total amount of that pod?
48, so we'd have to buy 21.
Yeah,
So like
well,
I
you
said,
have to do it, yeah.
I'm
Oh, you want to buy?
loath to fill half of it with brand new.
Yeah,
and,
you're probably
you know,
right. You're probably right.
Okay,
So,
All right.
right,
How's the, well, I happen to know we're in a stage 1 drought
we are.
and our reservoirs are at 82%.
No, our
Oh, the
reservoirs
wells
are,
are at
yes, the
82%.
wells are at 100% because we're not using them except for the sphagnum reservoir. The wells are at 82.5%.
It's dry. And there's a burn ban in effect till
Yes.
October 15th.
Yes. But you can still use fire pits, stuff like that.
all right.
I only know that about the drought because Mike told me earlier.
I know, he told me on Friday, yeah. All right, any other questions for Mike? Moving on to New Windsor EMS. Any questions? I'll ask Mike, but Bill, last time we had a meeting, you had a question about the last update. Your question was in regards to the 2026 budget being completed. Stated that Cornwall funding is set at 48,000 for one ALS ambulance for 2026. You want to know, was that part of the budget? And that was part of the renewed, not renewed, the new signed budget, which was signed, a contract which was signed months ago. So that was included.
All right.
And let's see. They did note in here, because I know Mike and I were talking about it. The chief notes that Cornwall and Hudson Fire Department has been assisting with first response to BLS calls in the village, Cornwall and Hudson. If the Cornwall unit is already on call, they assisted 3 times in the past month to ensure no response delays, and Orange County 911 was made aware of this.
Yeah.
So like
They did receive a little pushback from 911, but they got that straightened out.
okay. Well, thank you to the fire department for covering that. All right. Unless anybody has any questions about EMS. We can move on to this one. What is this one? This is okay. So, okay, so the first, we have a couple of, well, actually, it's really only two resolutions. One, we're gonna put off for 3 resolutions. One's gonna be put off till next, in 2 weeks. But, okay, we have 2 special events, permit applications. One, you're familiar with, Doc in the Box. That's the filming for Best Medicine down near on the waterfront. This other one is from Angie Film Inc. By Mr. Paul Hamill, who happens to be here. Okay, so take a look, and if you have any questions for Mr. Hamill, I have a couple. So first, Mr. Hamill, 8 a.m. to 12 midnight. How many people, just to
So it's
clarify,
15.
I know you have on here 15, but since I've been dealing with the Dock in the Box people down on the waterfront, they seem to get expanded. So I'm asking, how many people are we talking about? How many vehicles are we talking about? Where are the vehicles gonna park?
My plan was, I still think it's 15 people. We're very small production. And I was gonna limit vehicles specifically to make sure everybody carpools to park in Mike's driveway is long and wide.
Oh, by the way, I should say for the public that the filming is being done at Mike Trainer's house.
Indeed.
It's not a mystery, is it?
And we are looking to actually, I just came out of a meeting that we could hopefully shorten the permit time significantly. I'm not ready to commit to that yet. That's the goal.
So you're not, is the roadway getting shut down at all?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right.
And there won't be any large trucks that can't fit in Mike's driveway.
No, we only have 2 15-foot box trucks, and my intent is to do that out of one. I don't know if I can do that yet. we just had a change of crews, it's a little dynamic right now. But
And
we
it's,
only have 2 trucks, so.
is the filming in the interior or is it just
It's at the
exterior?
pool. It's at the pool.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So the exterior, the pool in the back.
Yeah.
there's no
Okay.
block,
No
blocking,
dialogue or anything.
no
It's-
blocking traffic, nothing like that.
it's-
There's,
it's fine.
and maybe a 10-foot square pop-up tent if it's raining.
Is Mike in the movie?
He's our lead.
Will he be swimming?
He will be doing.
Nobody wants to
What's
see
her
that.
name? The swimming movie starring the 30s.
That's the mermaid.
Ethel Merman.
No, she's the opera singer.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of?
Larry
I don't
Swanson.
No, who was the swimmer?
I don't know, Bill.
Swimmer for,
Dang it.
Rosamund
You,
Ware.
you got me going and now I can't remember her name. What was her name?
All right.
I think we're making things
I'm a
up,
Google
Bill.
I know who
search
you
for
mean.
that information.
I know
So
who you
really,
mean.
I
Dave,
She's
you
very
probably went to high
famous.
school with.
I don't have an issue with
Not,
the,
not Johnny Weissmuller, it's his date.
Right, I think that.
Johnny Weissmuller's date.
It's gonna bother me.
all right, well, Carol, I can't
He
believe you
was
don't know that.
Tarzan, by the way.
Esther Williams.
Esther Williams.
I don't.
Most famous pool maker in our lifetime. Nobody could afford an Esther Williams pool.
Oh, was there?
Oh,
they
God,
had
no,
licensed
yeah,
to
no,
pool? That's
yeah,
very
forget it.
Oh,
She might have
Got
been.
it. all right, well, he has, Mr. Hamel has the certificate of insurance. The question is, I have no issues. Does anybody have any issues with the filming?
No, fire
So
away.
the question is what will be the fee, the application fee? As I said before, when we did when we had the application fee for the filming that was on Taft, it was a much larger footprint. It was ended up being $2,500. It's not that yours is gonna be $2,500, but it was a $500 application fee, and then they end up charging, it was about like $1,000 a day. They end up doing 2 days instead of 3, just to put it in perspective. So I will entertain from the trustees.
I would use as a comparable, if we can find it, the fee that we charged on Church Street for a very similar sounding production, which was quite small, no road closure.
Taft
It was
had a
shot in
lot
the
of trucks.
interior. Yeah,
Taft had a
Taft
lot of
was like,
trucks.
Taft was.
Oh,
big.
Tiff was.
yeah, and they were also parking off-site, 18-wheelers at the Village Hall parking lot.
Yeah,
and
there was a
stuff like
lot
that.
more
This is
involved.
a
Where
single 15-foot
Well-
box truck and a small.
your filming is happening when? This,
Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah.
This Thursday.
so,
Yeah.
um, so we don't have that. When
Does
was the
Megan-
filming?
Yeah, so I
No.
don't know, this was a few,
Megan can look
it's a
it up.
couple of years ago.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, sorry.
I
I mean,
don't
you know,
remember-
it was
I don't
in the,
remember
it was in the $100 to $200 range is what we charged, just for the outside
Okay.
possibility that there was gonna be some disruption to public services in some
We
way.
don't need a police.
I'll
officer.
propose 150,
It's fine.
I agree.
We want you to come back.
150,
That's fine.
Bill, 150.
We want you to come back, so.
Okay,
And my
So-
house is always available 79 weeks.
I also have a pool.
I have, oh, she's got the house. You guys got,
It is.
I got a small house.
My house has been used in filming.
Yes,
and
it
was
has.
Very accommodating.
Your house is pretty famous.
We have an architectural detail, a little pass through from the kitchen to the dining room. It's been used in a independent film.
All right.
and we should- hold on one second, I'm just amending this motion.
What's it about? Give us a,
The question.
drop the wow.
Oh.
It's kind of a mystery thriller.
See, I
through the
said it was a
eyes of
mystery,
10-year-old Girl, second generation Haitian, and it's the mother's very kind of Americanized, but it kind of deals with voodoo, but as a religion. So it's really, it's like, it visits the extinguishment of culture in a new culture through her eyes, and her, like, her spirit of her dad is maybe kind of looking out for her. And we don't really know how much of it's in her head and how much of it's real. So it's kind of a mystery thriller. Yeah.
So the
Dang.
feature length?
It's a feature. It's the director's first film, but the good news is the director just won the Directors Guild of America African American Student Director Award.
Cool.
Which there's only one, and it's the DGA. That's like Spielberg and Scorsese and.
Okay, so I amend my motion. $500.
I was actually gonna say that.
No, that's the next time he
The
comes.
budget is so
Yeah.
tiny.
Next time he comes.
And the
Okay,
actress is the director's daughter.
Daughter, so we're very,
Oh, that's
not
good.
taking any chances.
all right, so to that end, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the audiovisual permit for Angie Film to film in the vicinity of LC Circle on October 9th, 2025. What's your exact,
Number one.
number one, LC Circle on October 9th? The application fee being $150. The insurance and appropriate documentation have been received. And the application is contingent on returning the premises. Well, we don't really care about Mike's premises,
Yeah,
but the
whatever you want.
street to its pre-filming condition. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Mr. Hamel, if I come down and I see a tractor trailer parked on the roadway, I'm gonna torch your car, okay?
Okay,
Now I'm only
that's a
kidding.
deal. I'll
So,
help you. because
all good.
Yeah, who's it belongs to.
I'll be off that.
All right, yeah.
Chief, I might be able to help you with the decimal. So I can reach out to you through Mike. I know a lot of sound people in the movie business.
Oh,
Might be a solution in there somewhere.
Well, thank you for that.
My pleasure.
We just want a device that plays inside the car as they go by, as loud as it is outside the car.
Yeah,
It follows them all the way home.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have to
All
do
right.
document box
Thank
Thank
tonight?
you all so much.
Yeah, we're doing
Oh,
document
okay.
box. Take care. Thank you. Okay, the next application you are familiar with, the board is familiar with it. It's from Dock in the Box Corporation. And it's for
10
this Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's they basically want to park again like they have previously. Austin contacted me today. And he said pretty much the same footprint they've used before. If they're not using the grassy area, they'll use the larger parking lot, a portion of the trailer parking lot, and the narrow strip. But usually what I do, that's Wednesday. Yes, do they have, well, that's one thing I want to ask you, because I know the school will be going down there.
No, I don't think it's on, I think it's next week.
Okay,
I think
good.
it is too.
Okay, good. So with that, again, it's just mainly the parking. They are coming back. After they contacted me this morning, they're looking at other locations to film in the village. They are gonna film up in the town too. But nothing else this week, so just for Wednesday. Normally, I think, normally we're charging somewhere in the vicinity of 1,000, give or take a couple $100 either way. But as I said before, normally I meet with Hakeem and Austin. They show me exactly what they're doing, so I'll be with them tomorrow.
We just have to be sure that they're not overlapping with the schools because,
Well, it's for Wednesday.
are we
But you're-
sure? Are we sure?
Yeah,
This
no, this is
Wednesday.
for Wednesday.
No, I mean, are we sure
Oh.
with the school?
Oh.
From my end, I know that they're going next week.
Okay, just if you can find out for me tomorrow, they're very good. When I tell them, hey, we need these specific spots open, they do it.
That's the
And actually,
environmental stuff?
Mhm,
The environmental?
yeah.
I'll find out in the morning.
Okay, so just let me know, because Chief's pretty good about it. I usually end up coordinating with him, and we make sure that the parking spaces are reserved. Okay, so, all right, so with that, I will adjust the fee based upon what they're telling me. If it's gonna be a much smaller
Mhm.
footprint in regards to the parking, I'll reduce the fee. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the audiovisual permit for Best Medicine to film in the vicinity of Donahue Park on October 8th. I'm asking the board to allow me to negotiate a fee for the use of the area within Donahue Park. The insurance and appropriate documentation have been received. The application is contingent upon returning the premises to its pre-filming condition. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. That's 2 down. Okay, we have on the agenda 18 Orr Hatch, a refund. And that is in regards to Mr. what is?
John Reed.
Yeah, Mr. John Reed. He overpaid, because he has an automatic payment system. He's overpaid by $808. And the board has discussed this. It's basically a refund for what he's overpaid. The only thing we're waiting on is some documentation from Mr. Reed. So instead of entertaining this resolution tonight, we will do so in 2 weeks at our business meeting. All right. All right, moving on to, excuse me, other business. All right, the Armistead plaque unveiling. Deke worked on the plaque. We no longer have it here. I am arranging with Kathleen Christensen, our historian, on a day that we can do the unveiling, which hopefully will be in the next 2 weeks or shortly after our business meeting. All right, so I'll coordinate with her on that. Now, in regards to the peace poll,
We have pictures.
I actually want to coordinate too. I needed to give the Kola Yacht Club representatives the heads up too, because a couple of them want to definitely be there. All right, now.
Pictures.
Is this an actual completed photo? I mean, is this built already? I'm
Yes,
interested to see the Clearwater patch on there, which is nice, but I work with them a lot and I hadn't heard anything about it being installed.
yeah, so everyone sees the
All the sides.
peace pole. I asked them to take a picture of all the sides. Mike did that for us. Thank you, Mike. And again, this is being donated by the Greater Newburgh Rotary Club.
Yep, through
With
the,
Regina McGrade. She gave that to us. She also gave one to the town. I believe the town is going to install theirs up in Riverlight Park.
yeah.
So, and I know there is a white cap to the top of this, right, Mike? I
It's
know.
not a white cap, it's a wooden cap. It can be
Okay.
Painted white if you want.
Yeah. Yes. And they've already dug the hole down in Pageant Stacker Park. It's like, I'd say, I don't know, 6 feet, 8 feet off from the roadway. You can see it when you're coming down or if you're stopping at Pageant Stacker Park. Peaceful park, peaceful place to put the peace pole. How about that?
Perfect.
So the question on that is,
Tiffany was wondering about the language. The
yes,
language
It's on there.
yeah.
Looks like English, Arabic, Spanish, Mandarin, Italian, Hebrew, German, and Japanese, if I'm right, which I hope I am.
Yes, that's Hebrew.
Can you read
That was
each of them?
Japanese.
Yeah, they all say peace on earth.
You're just
I'm curious why the English one says may peace be in the United States of America, but the ones where I can make it out on the other ones all say peace on earth. Which is kind of interesting.
So, okay, so again, with that one, it's just arranging an installment date and having, a presentation or ceremony. I know Regina wanted to be there. So, in fact, I have a meeting with her next week, 10th, this Friday. So, yes. Are you, questions, fine. You want to go down and take a look at it? Is there something you want to do to it? Graffiti? What do you want to do?
No, I'm just interested in what they say. Am I missing? They all say, may peace, ours says may peace be in the United States of America, and all the other ones say,
Yeah,
What?
on la tierra is on earth, and sulla terra is earth. I assume in German, Erdensein means on earth.
okay. That's
And
what
I can't read the ones that are not in Latin letters.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wonder why that one is.
can we ask someone? I mean, is
Yeah.
that a silly question? I'm
No,
not sure.
I ain't changing it.
I'm just
I'll call
curious.
Regina. No, I'll call Regina.
Still.
I'll contact
I assume there's a
Regina.
reason.
Probably a reason.
You want to make sure what it says on each.
Just curious.
Her language, okay. All right, I'll let you know after I speak to her when we potentially have, look, we want, it sounds like to me, potentially have the same day. I'm sure Kathleen
Scott,
Christensen wouldn't mind attending. Yeah, the same day as we do the
That's a
plaque
good
nail
idea.
stuff. All right,
We can work that in with the EV charger extension cord cutting.
do that too. We can do that too. All in
Actually,
one
no.
day.
Get you up on that.
I might as well put the pollinator planning in there too, Bill.
That's a longer walk though.
Sure.
Okay, Cedar Avenue water leak, that is the one, we don't have to do the resolution tonight. Mike, you can explain that one.
Sure, so the residents of Cedar Lane and Angola Road, they experienced a water leak at the same time that we were completing work on an adjacent street. It's my belief that that water leak may have been caused by the work that we were doing. So they have put in a notice of claim, asking the village to entertain reimbursing the costs for that repair.
Okay. So the village board has entertained that, and because, well, we're waiting on some, are we waiting on any documentation from them?
No,
Just we have the receipt we have the receipt and description of what was done. So, the board entertain that, and we'll entertain a resolution next week. Looks like we're gonna meet them. We have to have trustee Galliano weigh in, who's not here tonight, but it looks like we're willing to meet them halfway in regards to payment reimbursement for what we think we caused, at least some of the problems. Okay. In regards to the pollinator, so I've been in touch with our pollinator club, I guess you could say. In regards to that, up near our Welcome to Cornwall and Hudson sign, I've been in touch with Kate Krimsky. They plan on planting, installing the plants on the 11th,
And
which
they
is
did
Saturday.
plant some this weekend down
Okay.
down by the bandstand, I believe.
Oh, okay. But we had given them an extra $500, and actually ended up coming about to $469, somewhere in that vicinity. One Nature over in Beacon has been holding all the plants. So we had already, they're just, One Nature is just waiting for their payment, but they spoke to them and they can pick up the plants, and they know they'll get payment after our October 20th meeting. So Kate and the rest of the crew will be planting the plants, the native plants this weekend. So that is good news. Okay, moving on to the fire department stipend. Charlie, or was it you, Mike? I know you handed it off to me, but it
yeah,
was
Charlie
Charlie.
and I worked on it together, gathering the information.
So, so in regards to the fire department stipend, I provided the board the memo from the chief with respect to it. For, as he's indicated, for next year, first one, it's has not been included in the fire department budget. Two, next year, the projected annual cost for participation would be around $10,000. This is for clarification. This is a stipend for firefighters who take certain training, and the village can pay them for that training. We obviously encourage the training. As as Chief noted, the proposed stipend equates to a little bit under $16 per hour. That's dependent upon how many hours you're talking about. But the estimate, when Charlie had provided the estimate from January, I think he said 31st to about August, had we actually paid out a stipend for the firefighters who took training from January to about August, it would have been around in the amount of $5,400. So the question is how much do we want to expend this year or dedicate this year for the training? And then obviously when it comes to budget time, and I'll talk about that, when it comes to budget time, we're gonna have the fire department included in their budget, and then we'll consider it from there. So that being said, any questions of Mike and any suggestions in regards to the amount?
I thank you for all this information. This is a lot exacts on all the courses. I think it's very important that we budget for this training for next year for sure. And I don't know what we can agree on for this year.
Mike, let me just ask you this. I know your budget, do you guys, let me just ask you this up front. Do you guys have the money in your budget for this?
Not earmarked for that
Okay.
specifically.
Right, that I get. Is this something, and I gotta ask, is this something that you guys could use from your budget?
I think we could, you
Okay.
know.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that the village is,
Yeah, I don't
we're
think
not-
you'd have to add any additional funds this year. You know,
Okay. So essentially, what you're saying is that you can take it out of, they can take it out of the budget, we just gotta authorize it.
correct.
Okay.
And then before it can even happen, the village has to pass the law, so that's gonna take a little while too. You know, there's a
The-
law you have to pass.
Oh, that's why, well, McKay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
McKay did not,
He provided the law. You guys have a copy of the proposed law.
I had the law, no, I read it as the law, the state has already passed the law.
For their classes.
Yes.
But in order to enact it locally for these additional classes, the village has to enact. it.
Oh, I didn't I was mistaken about that. Okay.
And just so you understand, Salisbury Mills Fire District just
Hmm.
enacted this law based off of what Joe wrote up, because we were the ones who kind of started this countywide, and they've been reaching out to us, getting this information.
Okay. So all right, so we'll get that teed up, maybe, for Tuesday night. For the 20th, then we'll have
You'll
Joe
have to
tee
do a
that up
public
for
hearing.
we'll set up for the public hearing and so forth. Okay,
Yeah.
I was mistaken. Because I had read the law
Yeah.
and I wasn't thinking about that we had to pass it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And,
very
and,
helpful.
and some of the research that we've done has shown that the training also goes towards your ISO rating, your
Yes.
insurance services.
Mhm.
So if we were to drop from an ISO rating, we're currently a 4. If
Mhm.
we were to drop to a 6, the residential cost collectively for just single and 2-family homes collectively in the village would be about $198,000 additionally paid by the homeowners and the insurance. That's not including the commercial rates.
The classes that are not highlighted in here are ones where the trainees already get the state stipend. Is that
Can I
correct?
look at
I
that.
think that's what it,
I forget what I wrote in the memo.
yeah, where did I see it? I saw it on there somewhere.
Let's see. Yes, the highlighted ones are ones that would be additional. The ones that are not highlighted are the ones at the state.
So they're already getting it.
Yes.
And what's,
And-
can you remind me? I'm sure you've told us, but the rate at which they get compensated for the time when they do those?
For the state,
Yeah,
firefighter 1, I believe, is $2,000
for the whole course.
for the whole course, which is 129 hours. And then there's fire officer 1. I'm not sure what the cost is on it. It might be $750. It should be in the breakdown there that the captain put together.
And they capped them, right, Mike?
Yes,
I
you're
remember
capped at
seeing that,
$500, and you can and it's not something where you can like make a living off of this. It's capped also that how much you can make on an annual basis, and it's a percentage of what the average salary is for a career firefighter statewide.
Okay.
And you know the state started this. They don't have much. It's not being used as prevalent as they would hoped. So now they're looking at expanding it at the state level to offer stipends for other classes. So in the future, some of the classes that the village would pay the stipend on,
Hmm,
the state might actually start picking up.
okay. All right, well, we'll get that teed up. I'll talk to Joe about that. Very good. All right, moving on to the Donahue Park tree trimming. I was in touch with Mike, if you recall, our discussion about 3 of the 4 willow trees on the waterfront. Some of them need trimming. We didn't want to take them down because one of the trees, a large limb came down, could have hurt someone severely. So we're going to get them trimmed. Dave has been in touch with Tree Masters, and he gave me an estimated cost. I don't want to say here because we'll see if he's going to use them or if we're going to use somebody else. I'll let you know offline, but that's in the works. And let's see, the Blooming Grove IMA. That is for Blooming Grove has been purchasing water from us intermittently. Recently, it was a couple of truckloads.
Couple loads last week.
Joe has prepared a
Where do they
draft.
draw that out of, Mike? Holler?
They're using the hydrant on Brook Hollow Drive.
Oh, Brook Hollow, okay.
Yeah.
So
They've gotten all their leaks under control, so now it's just a one-off here and there. Like the other day, they were doing some construction on one of their properties, and they needed some additional water, so.
So Joe has prepared a draft IMA. He's provided it to Mike. Mike's going to take a look at it. So we'll tee that up for 2 weeks to pass that. And that'll be a template, so to speak, for other municipalities.
And along those lines, this past week, we had a water main break that they sent their hydrovac excavator in
Right, you did tell me that.
to help
yeah.
us with, and that saved us about $4,600 from having to rent one.
Oh, they own theirs?
They own one, yes.
Wow. Good. Good for us. Good for us.
Okay.
Save a lot of
Road
time.
assisted, I want to make sure.
Week 7.
All right, Weeks Avenue stop sign. So as you see in your packet, we received very well, the handwriting is excellent.
I wrote it. I think I
Very
wrote it.
clear
Falcon.
from David and Rebecca Smith. And this is in regards to putting a stop sign. Where is it again? On the corner of
Weeks and Stillman.
Weeks and Stillman.
I wish Dave were here. We'll have to take this up 2 weeks from today. But let's see, she puts down here on behalf of the residents in our
They want it
neighborhood
on the through
requesting
side of that.
stop signs to be placed on Weeks Avenue at the corner of Stillman and one in each direction. So there's 2.
As I
And-
recall Dave telling us when we did the one at Willis,
Yes.
if you do 2, you have to do 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And she just to let the public know in the past, she notes here, or they note here, excuse me, in the past couple of years, numerous young families with children have moved here. We have no sidewalks, so there are young children are out riding their bikes on the street. Additionally, the parents and grandparents are walking with the strollers are forced to compete with the traffic for a safe space. With the speed that most drivers travel, we're concerned that a tragic accident is just waiting to happen, as we have witnessed an increasing number of close calls. I believe the stop signs would be the best way to protect all involved and avoid life-changing incident. So let's talk to Dave about this in 2 weeks, because I know, as Bill brought up, the number of stop signs. The other thing is as Dave has repeated several times, you can't use a stop sign to prevent people from speeding. So, but let's see what he has to say, and then we could go from there. And, speaking of that, Chief, in the meantime, if you can look to advise the board for 2 weeks from now, whether or not there have been any accidents in that area, if you can.
In the area of Weeks and Stillman?
Yes, yeah, near that corner,
Okay.
right over.
Well, they want to stop the throughway traffic. That's what they're looking to do. 101 Weeks is on the right-hand side, and they're looking to stop the straightaway traffic there. They want that stop sign erected That's in the middle of a road. That's not at a normal stopping spot.
Yeah,
So
but just check anyway. to see
Stillman,
if anything-
But
that way
it's
we
a
know.
T. I mean,
still,
that's-
right,
yeah.
they want a stop sign here and here and here. If you do 3, that's what they want.
Yeah,
That's in the middle of a through way. Steve's had a sign up there for a long time and the traffic was intensified because everybody had to go,
Hasbrook.
was closed, or Ridge was closed, right? Or by the golf course was closed.
Hasbrook was closed.
Hasbrook was closed. So that is, traffic has increased.
But Hasbrook is open now. They're off.
Yeah.
That project's gonna be done in another
Yeah.
week or so.
So we had everything. We had trucks, we had everything
yeah,
for a week, or
okay.
probably at least a week. Anyway, that's what you got going on. So here's 101 right here.
Mm-hmm.
101, and they want a stop sign. That's their house. That's their yard. They want a stop sign here. And then you would not have that one here. And then this is Stillman,
101's on the other side.
or on the other
So
side.
you're
Yeah.
going there.
I'm sorry. No. No, this doesn't go anywhere.
I
These
told
are
you,
all
these are
yards.
maps.
Yeah.
These are all
Where's the
yards.
map?
Oh,
Right behind
Well,
you.
it's there. It's
yeah,
like
I
Right.
know.
That's what I mean.
know,
It's
Yeah,
kind of an oddball thing to
Yeah.
have a
I gotta
stop
look at
sign
it.
in
Yeah.
somebody's
No,
front
that's right.
yard.
I know.
I think
All
it's
right,
a little
so
weird.
you know what? Trustees
Yes.
and the deputy mayor, take a
Yeah,
look at
we
it
added 'em.
before the next meeting. I'll go up and take a look at it myself and we can discuss it a little bit better, more in depth. All right, next
been
up
there.
is the Storm King Building Inspection Report by
Yeah, the other
Manny.
one has been right there.
His report is not thorough at all,
No,
it's
I know,
surprising.
goddamn inflation, so.
There's an A and a B. And
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a new? Is that, what's,
What he has highlighted is not new, it's just the severity of it, and it's, I mean, unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. I wanted to find out from him as compared to the last time he had looked at it.
Mike probably knows.
Did Manny talk to you about it,
He
Mike?
hasn't, but I will say this, those cracks have been there since 1980 something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's been there all the time.
You know, and I think focusing on that is a start to take a look at the whole building, to see holistically what needs to be done. you
Yeah.
know.
Well, we had P&D look at Bittengaro and Deutsch look at this
Yeah.
a few years ago.
A couple years ago.
So, look, maybe we'll have to have them come out and look at it, and you know what I'll do? They issued a report on it.
Just on that.
Yes, yeah. Well, the other stuff,
I think it's something where in next year's budget, you should budget it to hire a vendor that comes in and looks at the whole situation, to see where the station would need to meet today's modern standards. Cause I had a conversation with Bill today. We had a cancer, class last 2 weeks ago, about cancer and firefighters and how firefighters, they have a 9% increase chance of contracting cancer, 14% increase in death from cancer. Big takeaway though is bringing cancer home to your family. Looking at kids, normal, non-firefighter, children cancer is 1 in 10,000. Children of firefighters is 1 in 205. And looking back, Carol knows this, and from around 2010 to around 2020, we lost 5 or 6 firefighters to cancer. And today, if that were to happen, they'd all be line of duty deaths. So I think it's something we need to look at holistically.
for decontamination
Yeah.
and gear storage and things like that is what Mike was referencing.
Because
earlier.
gear is made out of PFAS.
Mhm.
So it's a whole, I think the cracks are something that need to be addressed, but we should look at the whole picture.
I do have a detailed question on this report from Manny that I'll happily ask him about, but item number 2 on exterior on page 2
Mhm.
is that the fire department has to install a Knox box.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just don't understand that. That's like, right, you guys are the people who use the knock boxes to get
We
into
are.
a building, correct?
We are, but if there's a fire call there. And it's like our first alarm assignment there, if our automatic alarm goes off, the town fire department comes.
Uh-huh.
That's a little bit, people say, why is that? Well, because we're gonna be too worried about getting the trucks out and everything else.
Mhm.
So their purpose is to come down and provide suppression. So
So this is the scenario. Garbage can goes on fire in the firehouse.
Mhm.
You folks scramble, you jump in, you're getting everything out. And the town fire department comes up, but somehow they're not able to access the building and they have to use the Knox box on the
to gain
exterior
access.
to gain access.
Yeah.
I
The
could-
strange thing is, I don't think
just
we
gotta
have
say,
I don't think
that
we
sounds
have a
like
key
bullshit.
to any door on that building. 'Cause it's all access control.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
And it's been that way
but
since like
that's,
1991.
that's really the law. That's the law.
And yet, all right, whatever. I mean,
I
it's,
get-
like I said,
I get what you're
it's a-
saying.
It's a
Yeah,
detail
I get what
and
you're
it's
saying.
a little.
Yeah.
Just remember, Bill, the Fort Montgomery Firehouse burned down.
Did it?
Yes, it
Yes, it did,
to the ground.
you know.
I'm sure there's a story there and details that could
And-
be
and-
divulged, but would a Knox box have helped?
Well, like Mike says,
knows?
we,
I just.
But if we're mandating others to do it, the village should be
Yeah,
in
sure. I
compliance.
mean, it's fine. It's like I said, it's a
Yeah.
detail. It's just,
But I will say that's the oldest building in the village, 1903.
Mhm.
So it's got electric, and so
Yeah.
even though it's the firehouse, it's got the oldest
yeah,
utilities
systems.
and everything in it.
definitely.
So
All right. Moving on, Stone Hollow update. We spoke about this in attorney-client session. All I can say for the public that we had a meeting with Mr. Ginsburg and his company, or Ginsburg Company, I believe it is, in regards to the Stone Hollow development and the water fees that are owed to the village. We had the meeting with them as well as the town, because the Stone Hollow will be dedicating the roadway to the town and the water infrastructure to the village. So at this point, we're gonna have another meeting with them. And as I said, we discussed it in attorney-client session, and I'll give you an update after post our next meeting. And hopefully this will be resolved very shortly. And I know Joe is working on the dedication, the
Offer
receipt and the
dedication.
dedication, yes. Okay, with respect to the Homeland tree planting, Dave and I met with the Finches, Barbara Gazda, Tom and Marie, and I cannot remember their name. And another couple, they were both from Spring Valley High School, chief. And so 3 of the residents on Homeland would like us to plant trees in the right of way. So they agreed to take care of the trees. It is open. It is open.
yeah, it's quite
So,
wide.
actually, Mr. Jimmy Ferrara's father, he was one of them. We met him at his house. He
Yeah.
didn't walk with us.
He lives
down
in the
street.
corner house.
Yes.
Bill, on Homeland.
So we have about, I think it's at least 3. There might be a 4th tree that we're gonna install.
It's not under
Plants.
wires, right? It's on the
Not
opposite
under-
side.
No, it's wires on the
No,
other
we
side.
tried to, well, his is not under wires, it's off of it. But everybody else is not under wires, and they didn't want it. We did say the next iteration of this, maybe we can get something that grows much smaller for under the wires, it doesn't get big, but
We-
right now
We
it's,
should go use the list. We have a list.
yeah,
And we should use the list.
The native plant
we,
list.
yeah. So.
How many trees? 3?
3, yeah. I
Okay,
just
I'll
remember, there was
discuss
a
that
potential for it,
tomorrow
but I don't
night.
think that was gonna happen. So that'll happen sometime
They're
in,
all in the right of way and there are
October,
no
November.
wires. So you want
Yes.
something that's gonna be like a medium height,
yeah.
nice shade, gives it some shade. Okay.
Barbara had one in mind.
What?
Horn
beam.
You said.
No. Like, it was,
A
a-
lot of words.
it was, I think it was some sort of maple, but I'm not sure. There were names being bantered about.
Purple leaf plum.
It's American red bud. They don't get that big.
Yes. They're popular.
can't-
They're very popular
Yeah.
now. and hornbeam.
All right.
Got your London plane tree. That's the one that's
Yeah, we
salt
spoke
resistant.
about
There is
yeah.
one, the white, I think they planted one uptown, right?
Is that right?
Where we lost all the trees on a town hall property. I think some of those,
Nice.
one of those is oak
Okay.
and oak.
Oak wasn't
I'll
one
find
of them,
out.
I know
I'll
that.
see, I'll ask Carla.
All right, moving on to Mountain Road and Deer Hill Road stormwater drainage. That's the one that we did an assessment a few months ago. This is when Paul Janis and Doug Land came in to speak to us about it. I had met with Pittengarrow and Deutsch with respect to it a few months ago. They gave me a draft proposal, and then about 2 weeks ago, Dave and I met with Jason. We did a tabletop, looked at the terrain, the pinch points, and then we did a terrain walk and identifying the pinch points going up and down Mountain and Deer Hill. And so now I just got to get a hold of Jason. I had some, he's going to update the draft proposal because I had just a few more questions because I wanted to talk to him a little bit more about Dock Hill Road.
Yes.
So this is a long-term assessment. It's going to have to be done in phases. This phase is just the assessment, which would probably take at least 6 months on what would need to be done. And in all likelihood, it's going to start from the bottom and work its way up. So this is going to be a multi-year project.
And hopefully we get some money for it.
Yeah.
So I know the lower down on Mountain, there's, I've heard from that resident I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna go talk to them, but then also somebody a little further up that I think you talked to as well, the Collinses. They have a sort of bank where the drainage ditch is undermining onto their property, and they were concerned about it. And
Yeah.
periodically, obviously the driveways that washed out, all that stuff.
Yeah. No, and some of it's being addressed with some money, as Dave said. That's why we didn't pave Mountain and Deer Hill. Okay. So let's see, appointment of conflict counsel. We went over this with Joe McKay. It's rare, but it recently happened. That is, Joe McKay's firm represents our planning board and our zoning board. And every now and again, in all the years that Joe has been on our board, it's only happened a few times, but when, for instance, if his firm represents an applicant that goes before the planning or zoning board, since he represents the village, they have to recuse themselves and they can't represent the village. So in that instance, we look for other counsel to represent the village. This last instance that had just happened a few weeks ago, Joe had to reach out. He reached out to about a half a dozen firms and they just couldn't do it. We were a little bit of a compressed time frame too. That might have added to it. However, we do have an proposal by, where do I put that? 1 second. I've actually, yes, thank you. From Whiteman, Osterman, and Hannah, and the attorney who gave us the proposal is Steve Beglianti, and I've actually met him. Nice enough guy. He has a proposal, but Joe, there are a few mistakes in it, so Joe's asked him to resubmit. And again, thank you for this. There's no commitment. We don't have to provide a retainer up front. This is just in case it happens. And I think over the years that Joe has represented the board, I think it's happened maybe about 3 times. So we just want to get that in place. So the next time it happens, we don't have to keep going through trying to find someone at the last minute. All right. Washington Street update. That's 10 Washington Street. And Joe gave me a memo on that. And essentially, what I remember, I don't have the memo with me. The last time they were in court, this was in town court. This was to finish out the town case. The owner of the property showed up in court, but needed to go to the hospital. So the case was adjourned. It's been adjourned several times because of the same situation. So we're hoping to end that. That's part one. The other part is Joe is working on, as you remember, part two of dealing with 10 Washington, and that is gaining access to the interior of the building. That is involving the public administrator, the surrogates court. So he's preparing that. This is just understand, I won't have to update you every month, but this is just this is gonna take some time. All right. Catskill Water Treatment Plant, that one, we just had the court date. We have the appraisal for the water treatment plant. The next court date is in early December. In between that time, we're using the appraisal to sit down and negotiate with the town in regards to the value of that. And that's why the court provided us such a lengthy time frame to see if we can negotiate a settlement to this in regards to the amount of tax that we pay on the assessed value of the water treatment plant. Next up, so I'll give you the next step update on that is post the meeting between the town and the village with respect to that. And John hasn't given a date in regards. John first on that. Okay.
No, not yet.
All right. All right. Another update is Central Hudson. I got a letter from Central Hudson to advise the village that during the next several months, the line clearance crews will be working in the area to clear overgrown vegetation and in some cases cut trees and limbs that interfere with their electric lines. And this is they routinely perform this line clearance to address safety concerns. Let's see. They're doing it within recognized line clearance practices and standards within the limitations of the existing easement. And just so people understand, they cut and remove the trees. They achieve the minimum side clearances of 10 feet along primary lines. And they clear overhanging limbs from above the primary lines. And they also note that while the crews do not clear electric service lines to their home of the resident or the business, you may, if there is an issue with that, they're just saying contact Central Hudson and they will assist with that matter. And let's see, okay. So now we're down to just FYI. So FYI, let's see, we've got October 9th at 7 p.m. We have the zoning board meeting. On the 13th, the village offices are closed for Columbus Day. The 18th is our village-wide yard sale.
Yes.
What's going on in the 8th? There's not, yeah. Oh, Apple Time Fair, correct.
Right.
Alrighty. On the 19th, we have the Color Bash Run. And that's Trustee Paleoto is running the whole show. Is that correct? Most of it? No? Okay. All right. October 20th at 7 p.m. We'll have our village board meeting. The 20th also is the village fall bulk pickup cleanup.
Big day.
And then on the 21st, planning board
Big
meeting,
day.
and October 31st, Halloween. One last thing I want to note was we got an invite from Barbara Rourke from the New York Military Academy.
Yeah. I don't know if I can-
And she said, on behalf of NEMA, it's our pleasure to extend to you a heartfelt invitation to attend their ribbon cutting ceremony for Patillo Hall Dormitory on Saturday, October 11th at 1 p.m. So I will attend, and you're more than welcome to attend October 11th.
It's that's a
Next Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. What is
Yes.
today?
Today's the 6th,
So
this Saturday.
this Saturday, yeah.
Hmm.
Right. And I think, let me just check. About that, we spoke about that. And that we spoke about. Dr. McKay, yes.
New York Forward, there's some RFPs going together, right? Is that
Yes, yes, I reviewed the RFP that, the town prepared. And that's for the wayfinding and the
Finding marketing, branding. and the other
branding,
one
marketing,
was-
wayfinding, and the other one. The name escapes me.
what's the
Can't think of the other one.
project?
But yeah, I just reviewed that last week on Friday and said we were good to go on our New York Forward for Dock Hill and for Donahue. Jason, Kelly and I met with the Department of State because what we wanted to do was we wanted to use Pittengarrow and Deutsch for both the RTP, the Rails to Trails project, which involves Dock Hill. We didn't want to have to use another engineering firm to do that. So we had to run, Department of State wanted to see the language of our RFP for Pittengarrow and Deutsch. And then we met with them actually last Friday and they okayed that. They're gonna send me an email on it, but they were 99% sure that we were good to go. So Pittengarrow and Deutsch are gonna start preparing the supporting documentation. I have not signed the contract because I didn't want the clock to run until this issue was resolved. So that's where we're at with our New York Forward.
Thanks.
All right. And I think that is it. Any alibis? Chief, Mike, Carol? Okay.
Donahue committee meets tomorrow
Okay.
in the barn, I think. And I heard back from Central Hudson on LED streetlight costs to purchase finally, which was like all summer I was waiting for that. And I have it, but I haven't done
Okay.
anything with it. I'll put it in a spreadsheet and talk to Dave and see what we can,
Okay.
if it looks like it pans out for us to become owners.
Very good. All right. I will then make a motion to adjourn. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All righty. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone. Later.